Welcome back to the Precision Trader. Just wanted to do another market overview with the order book. So with that said, we're going to start out with AMC. As we can see today, the order book allowing us to see where the buyers and sellers are. If you haven't watched previous videos, a lot of education there. Go back, check them out. But just to give you a crash course here, where you see the thick bands on the chart, the heat map, orange and red. Well, actually yellow, orange, and red signify orders in the market where they're resting, ready to be filled, buyers and sellers ready to go. The more we go from yellow to orange to red, that means there's more at a certain level. So with that said, as you can see here with AMC, yeah, unfortunately, once we got under the VWAP today, our pink line here, we know that we always have sellers. Once we get below it, we know we're always going to have sellers sitting at the VWAP. And sure enough, they knocked it down all day long. As you can see here at 36.50, buyers stepped up, wanted to try to hold it up for the day. They pushed it back to the VWAP. Eventually absorbed all of these sellers. You see how this big band of sellers here, now it disappears. That means they've been absorbed. They're gone. Now, when that happens and you start getting rejection candles, that signifies you're heading to the next major level of liquidity. And of course, in this case, it was only had to go to 36 to find the next major level of buyers. And from there, we see that came right down to those buyers, and they pushed it all the way back up to the VWAP. And again, we had sellers at the VWAP. In fact, they even started building just on the other side of the VWAP here at $37, and they were able to keep it down the rest of the day. So having that knowledge is extremely powerful. Let's go to SPXL. Really like, if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know how powerful the SPXL is. It, of course, is the triple leverage ETF for the SPY. And what makes this such a powerful stock to be able to look at the order book on is the fact that there is too much liquidity on SPY to be able to get directional biased. So we don't, we can't use it. But SPXL actually gives us some nice insight. So with that said, as you can see here, we're looking for major levels of buyers and sellers. We see today that really 112, which equated to 112 on SPXL, equated to, I think, 3 or 4, what was it, 436? 436, if I'm not mistaken, on SPY. If you need to figure that out, just pull up the two charts beside each other and you'll see exactly the correlating prices. So, and we were ready for it. We were ready for the sellers. I'll show you show you the server where we seen it today. We spotted it. As you can see here, sellers loaded at 112 to 130. So we likely pushed to them because, again, the market, at the end of the day, market makers, they tractor beam to large levels of liquidity in an effort to fill orders. And sure enough, that's what they did. So look for the push to 112 and then reject for the day. So we were looking for a push there and then a rejection for the rest of the day at that spot. And sure enough, we got it. So we pushed up to our 112 and then we ended up rejecting all the way back down to 110. So yeah, that was it for the day. And of course, if you need to see that on the SPY, let me see here if I can share it. Now, oh yeah, here it is. Let me show you SPY. And let's see here, show you a 5-minute chart on the SPY. And sure enough, that's what we Yeah. That's what we had today. We got our rejection there. 430. Yep. 436 was the corresponding, the 112. Yep. 112. I guess I can put the sessions on there. So, yep, that was it for that. With that said, let's get back to our order book. All right, so let's see. Let's check out a firm. We have really been trading this. We've done a lot of trading on this the past week or so. For some reason, it's not giving me the full day. Just giving me around 12 o'clock. But with that said, we see that we start the day 135 on a firm. We push all the way up to these sellers here at 139. Of course, we were sitting there waiting to short. Because again, I mean, you can get in right here at the open, but the problem was there was no major levels to give you a strong conviction. So it's one of those, you don't know if the market makers are going to run down to 130 to 132 first, or if they're going to run to 140 first. So it's really, I mean, granted, you can jump in on the momentum, but same time in the first 15 minutes of the day, a lot of your skilled intraday traders, they tell you they don't want to touch the first 15 minutes of the day because you get so much whipsaw back and forth. So it's a lot wiser to just play to, the first major levels of the day and then scalp off of those levels. So, and that's exactly what we did. Played the scalp at 140. And it worked out really well for us. We actually got back in at 140 later in the day, and because that was another easy one. So we had this big level here at 140. A lot of sellers here loaded in the book, ready to go. And then anytime I see this at sellers at every 50 cent increment, I mean, that's just it's super easy. It really is. Trading with an order book is about closest thing to a cheat code you can possibly get in the stock market. As someone that's has multiple indicator courses, I can attest to just how powerful it is. Okay, was another one we took advantage of today, Netflix. Yeah, we did good with Netflix as well. Got us a nice short scalp. I think it was at 640, if I'm not mistaken. We short scalped it. We got our short scalp on Netflix. Okay, there it is. All righty. Now, on the $5 increments, let's zoom in so we can get a little bit more insight. Well, we see that today, we open up, and again, it's at this point, you don't know. I mean, there's no major levels of liquidity right here at the open price. So again, it's really 50-50. And sure enough, it pumps all the way up to 637. The 637 sellers, and proceeds to reject. And I actually think we got into a long scalp on this. Yeah, I think that's what our play was. We were playing the scalp bounce to the buyers at 625. Yeah, that's what it was. 625, and we were playing the bounce back to VWAP or 630. And we got that pretty easily. So we see it runs up to the VWAP. Like I said, we always got sellers at the VWAP when we're under it. They end up knocking it all the way back down. Get a little bit more clarity. We see why exactly it rejected where it did. We see that 632. Yeah, sellers came in ready to knock it back down. And sure enough, they did. Knocked it all the way back down to the 625, 626 buyers. And of course, they bought it back up. And then, more selling. S&P started falling through the floor because, again, 3 out of 4 stocks are going to move with the overall market. S&P. So, and then we see what happens when it finally absorbs all of these sellers. The sellers disappear. You no longer see the band of liquidity. And yeah, so yeah, absorbs all of them, comes back, retests them. And then, yeah, once you get that failed reject, when it comes back up to test them right there, you get that, the rejection, the failed retest right there. I mean, that's yeah, it's an easy short at that point. So yeah, easy confirmation. All right. And what was another one that we short scout today, or long scout? Tesla. Yeah, short. Long scalped. We longed and short scout Tesla today. Yeah, it was a good one. It was beautiful, bouncing back and forth. $10. I think it was between 800 and 810. All right, where's it at? Come on. Sure would be nice if you'd give me what I want here. Data's not wanting to load on me. Well, that's unfortunate. Because it had some really good stuff. With that said, I'll show you where in the server where we talked about it. So yeah, buyer stepping in. Yeah. Let's see. Yep, 6-0 on our day trade scalps for the day. So we added, like I mentioned here, we're added to our consecutive play streak. We're up to around 65-ish. Our streaks now, we'll be going over 2 weeks, going on 3 weeks now. So yeah, that's our consecutive winning streak. So yeah, gonna have to have a loser at some point. Can't go on for forever, but we'll sure keep it going as long as we can. All right, so yeah, prime example here, AFRM. We talked about that earlier. We took our profit scalp. We were scalping from 139, started scalping at 139 to 141, scalped it back to 136. Yeah, here was the setup. Yeah, so it was at, you can see, we got plenty of time to get into these plays. At this point, the stock was at 137. And yeah, we were looking for at least $1 to $2 rejection. And then we ended up, pulling all the way back to 136. So $3 rejection. Netflix bounce off of buyers at 625. So remember that sent that one out, playing 626, 625 to 626 buyers, playing the bounce there up to 630. And we got that actually pushed up to 631. So that was an easy one there. Long scalping Tesla at 799, 801. Yep, we got that bounce. As you can see here, Tesla was at 804, and we ended up bouncing out of these buyers. Of course, couldn't get the order book to load, but anyway, ended up bouncing all the way back to I think 812. So anyway, that one was easy money. Let's see. AFRM, yep, looking for it to bounce at 130. Actually bounced at 132, all the way back to 140. Shorted Tesla there. Netflix loaded with buyers at 625. Yep, we took advantage of that one. Short scalping Tesla at 7. Yeah, definitely not 709. That's 809 to 811. And anyway, easy. That was some easy winning there. So with that said, that was today's intraday day trades. So with that said, I hope this order book session helped you out as far as understanding the power of being able to find where the buyers and sellers are in the market, and then being able to understand, what's likely going to take place based on those orders getting filled, because an order book in itself is great, but the problem is if you don't know how to interpret it, it's, it's like having an amazing tool that you don't know how to use. So anyway, so that's the idea, is to try to help as many people as possible to understand how to use extremely powerful order book tool in the form of book map. So with that said, thank you for those that made it to the end of the video, and may the market be with you.